If you clicked on this video, you probably already saw the Bendy the Dark Revival trailer and are aware of the fact that it's releasing extremely soon. Because of that, I decided to not waste time and instantly think of something to talk about. But everything interesting has already been covered from top to bottom. So expect me to to talk about things extremely easy to miss and not important at all to the lore. Just some hours ago, from the time of writing the script, the Joey Drew Studios press archive got its third page release, dated April 14, 1962. 1 year before the events of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Remember Bendy? Many are too young to remember. But there was a time when the antics of Bendy and his crazy friends entertained the masses in packed theaters before the feature. For a brief time in the mid-1930s, it was more common to see a Bendy short than any other cartoon. Such was his popularity, but unlike other characters of the time who remained cultural icons and still entertain children on television to this day, Bendy has all but disappeared. Joey Drew, the man behind Bendy, created the character and animated his first short, Little Devil Darlin', with sound in 1929, forming Joey Drew Studios with a business partner. The cartoon proved popular, and the New York-based company grew along with a string of zany albeit slightly macabre cartoons featuring beloved characters such as Boris the Wolf and Alice Angel. By 1940, Bendy was a staple, and the company was producing comic books, toys, and all sorts of Bendy-related memorabilia. There were even plans for a Bendy-themed amusement park. However, the company began to hit a downturn during World War II. As the country went to war, animators were harder to come by, and even ink proved hard to procure. The company re-released many of its old cartoons, some of them for the last time, to entertain the troops, sell war bonds, and keep the company's wheels turning. After the war, the company fell upon raw times and declared bankruptcy in 1948. Since then, barring one or two minor attempts to rekindle the magic, Bendy has all but disappeared from popular culture. His creator, Joey Drew, once a public figure, remains elusive and has not been heard from in years. It seems that the antics of Bendy and his friends are now all but forgotten, and all that remains today might be an old comic book and a dusty Bendy doll lingering in the shadows of your apartment's attic. However, you never know. Cartoons never die. A seemingly important sentence is Joey Drew, once a public figure, remains elusive and has not been heard from in years. It's possible in those years he was working on the Ink Machine, and possibly a plan to trap Henry in the cycle. A strange thing I have noticed is that under the TV and radio repairs advertisement, it says Little Miracle. Everything else was way too blurry to read for me. That's all I have to say about the page right now. Moving on to the trailer itself. Many people have talked about the low poly hand of the piper in the closet, but nobody talked about Allison's chest. Come on, it looks straight out of Tomb Raider. What's wrong with it? I don't know if it's just the lighting, but they look like they slapped a triangle on and added extra polygons. Let's stop talking about Allison and let's talk about something more important. Twisted Alice is back, and I have a theory about how she's back. I've heard people do crazy theories about it, which honestly don't make much sense to me. What many people forget is that the studio world is a cycle, and every time Henry kills the Ink Demon, it repeats resurrecting everyone. But the studio world is a different world inside of the Ink Machine. While Henry is running in a circle in 1963, real life time goes on. We know that Wilson did something to the Ink Machine, putting posters on the walls and even talking to the inhabitants about how he killed the Ink Demon. I think that's a lie. Probably something Wilson or any other worker of Archgate Films did to the Ink Machine caused the world to alter and stop the cycle for now, freeing the studio from the almost 10 years it has been stuck in 1963. And as I said before, every time the loop resets, every character comes back to life, which is probably what happened here. There's nothing else I can find that people have not talked about in the trailer and on the website. So I guess this is the end of the video. I'm sorry if the video was way too short. I will try to make longer videos in the future. Have a nice day.